that was interesting. It's supposed to be a single click, but regardless. Having said that, let's continue with the game. Hopefully the music starts. Continue. Continue private save game? Yes. So yeah, that's a little bit loud. Just my volume. Yeah, let me rather turn it a little bit down. I think it's a little bit too loud. Okay. So we got into here. Trying to find the thing. Now we need to get the shards. We can't go through that because it needs an orb. I need the shards to create the orb. So we got only these two passages. Let's continue on this side.
Dead?
Later. The shattered orb. All is lost. I must once again start over. Ever since I recovered the orb first found in Agrippa, I have depended on it for my research. The incident with William made me most impetuous, fearing of the prisoners. Got a light background of the white text is not easy to read. Proceeding with the final ritual without proper foresight. The orb cracked and fell into 6 parts. I've tried everything but have to yet to mend the thing. Unless I can think of a way to piece it together, I will have to find another. There is still life in the pieces, and even if the orb isn't restored, it might be able to salvage some of its power for some other purpose. Centuries have passed in vain, and I begin to wonder if I will ever be able to see my loved again. How much longer can I sustain my life? Okay. That sounds a bit ominous. Yeah, unfortunately, I can't mute my phone. So, stuff I can pick up, possibly throw. Doesn't mean I need to actually interact with them. Table. Somehow I've got a feeling these needs to come here in a precise order. There's a feeling. Those two are the same size. This one's bigger. But yeah, that's just feelings and stuff. Some other ritual and some oil. Not ominous at all. Okay, so that was a short passage. Let's go to the other side. chamber, broken gear, you can hear gears, hammer I can interact with but not really pick up. That.
12th of August, 1839. Banishment ritual is taking longer than expected, and we have to do what is needed. I spend my time helping out the prisoners. Being around these degenerates makes me ill. None of them even tries to face their punishment with any kind of dignity. They taunt me with their lies of innocence and their cowardly pleas of mercy. What can make a man fall so far from the grace of a civilized existence? They are all wicked men, and I remind myself of it constantly. Still, I am thankful for God sending these monsters our way, as they will serve as the instruments of my salvation. I try to study the different tools in the torture chamber and learn how to use them effectively. Last time was messy, and the effect suffered from my inexperience. When the next warding is to be performed, I shall be ready.
Yeah, we've actually learned that they were captured people, not really prisoners. Pick up a bucket of tar. Okay. Yeah, this story is a lot about just telling a story. So all we've got here is this passageway. This would be probably prisoners. It won't budge. And there's Flint. Flint. Keep calling it Flint for some strange reason. And that should... well... hammer. Hammer to iron. Let's see. Sometimes that helps. So I think my gamma's out. Graphics. So it still looks wide. Bucket of sticky tar. I don't want to make it sticky. Wooden crank, which I still don't know what to do with. Glass jar. Hammer and chisel. Saltman in good shape. This is of no use. Okay. And it won't budge. Can't use it this way. Okay. The only thing that's remaining is a glass of tar. Which doesn't make sense. The lighting is right, but when you go into the menu, it's oversaturated.
Little bitch.
Oh, there is something. No, in the box. Okay, so nothing we can do here. Nothing here.
Is this still time witnessing Daniel? If so, blame yourself. You started this. You sent me that letter asking for help, and this is how you repay me? How dare you?
Okay. Not sure what that is about. This is still open. That won't budge. So I must go down here then. It's the only thing that makes sense. Fear has begun to drown him again. He reached once more for the empty bottle of Lydian. Frustration, he smashed it against the bedpost.
These cells are meant to hold prisoners who are under treatment. The people you send for will end up here. Remember that the confinement itself works as a preamble to the torture, and you should pace yourself. Don't take anyone before they are ready.
Understood.
Sounds from the torture chambers are shuttled in through those pipes in the ceiling. Manage your victims well, and let one prisoner's pain instill terror in his cellmate.
That's horrible and devious. So we can go into these cells. And lift them up. You can see the pipes they were talking about. The torches of the others would have come in. Cold empty cells. Some stale bread. Lit candle. So I'm not sure what I need to find here. And rotten apple.
Ah, you again. What lever? Oh, that one. So many of Alexander's things are breaking down. Look around. Maybe the other room. There are machine parts hidden all over this place. You'll find a
I wonder.
way to fix it.
Can't use it here.
Me?
Might this be where I need to use the top?
Heinrich Cornelius Agrippa. I was once quite important, you know. Baron Alexander has sustained my soul in this dead house for years. Who knows how many? Hundreds, I presume.
I can't interact with that lever again.
Alexander is quite impressive in many ways, but he has grown impatient.
Spikes.
By me? I'm the next best thing. Alexander really wanted none other than Johann Reyer. You never heard of Johann Reyer? He's probably the greatest man in history, and you don't know him? Or is it the world who has forgotten him?
Can't open it here. So where do I open? I'm now going backwards. Laboratorium. So we need to take that down. I don't think that would work. This just goes up again. thinking we're missing something. I doubt it's anything up here. But I don't know where else. And the fact that I've got a crank in my inventory tells me I must have missed something. Last broken in the extent it's possible to climb back down it. That one, but and this doesn't go anywhere unless I get explosives. I can't open that. No, something's wrong with the machinery. There's no oil. So where's the machinery going? Because it's obvious I need to interact with that. But the machinery shows like it's going this way. So, what am I missing? Cannot be used on it. So these pipes go there and up. These pipes go across into that wall. There's a valve here, but I can't interact with that valve. Two levers. And this machinery. That's bolted to the ground. Can't interact with these pipes. Or this. So I might need to get through here, but I don't think anything I've got will get me through here. Maybe pick up a rock, tuck it at the door, because that actually worked on one door. Now go. This is this place also, which is, let me just see there. Ah, for fuck's sakes. Oh, that's just blank. Thought it might be more. So I can't get in there. I can't go down there. That is blocked. That's a machine that doesn't work. I doubt I can say use oil. No, I can't use oil on that. I just replenish my oil. Slap of meat. But maybe if I don't know. Maybe go down again. I'm not even sure where I got the meat now. It's obvious something here needs to be done. In this area. That's the only areas there is. So I must be missing something. And through all the cells, that door is closed. And I can only interact with the door, won't budge. Won't budge because of these wooden slabs. That I probably need a crowbar for. I can pick up a spade. But all I can do with the spade is stack it. So I doubt that's effective. There's a lot of tools here.
Was there something else? Why was my pupil? My pupil. Yes.
Well, that's why I give him the
I do
meat.
take pride in that. Is it so wrong?
Grandpa doesn't need that. Glass of tar. Can't be used in this way.
I found a Mithraeum once.
I'm not literally just...
Do you know Mithraeum? I suppose it doesn't matter.
I'm literally just going through the stuff now.
Temples out of caverns. The dark walls being the universe. And
This
inside are its followers. Humans watching the
looks
sky
oddly
slowly
specific.
climb. But the followers do have one thing to allow them a real sense of connection and creation. The orbs.
Yeah, I know about the orbs. This looks oddly specific.
Not many orbs are left. They sometimes consume themselves or break, then used by an uninitiated. I was lucky. The orb I found spared my life and returned to where I found them. I know because Alexander took
Basically the crests.
it right away. I was a brave man and dared to proceed where I did not. He unearthed a number of cavern temples
I want to
and
see the
gathered
crest
a whole
anymore.
collection of orbs. But unlike every other finder since the fall of the Mithraeum faith, he was able to unshackle the horror you and I connected with the orbs.
Do all these boxes have the crest
And was
on?
able to travel far and wide beyond the world itself.
Apparently they do.
Me, powerful. Not so very.
Do whatever it takes.
So I went through everything here. And I can't see anything that I missed. Except me getting stuck on a door. There was nothing really here, but this wouldn't be the first time that whole room has been built for nothing. Thick liquid sprayed across his tongue. He swallowed excessively to consume every drop. Look through the window. Yeah, you need to read that very quickly. But I don't think it's really... It's just lore, as they say. So we're back here. Where we can't open up this. Going down here. Past all the blue flames. Seems like doors closes when you go to other realm. Got these things. means it's humming. This tunnel, which I actually didn't walk into because I think I'll die if I do. And this, but it's a little smooth spherical thing. Like I said, I think I'll die. Yeah, I can't get in there. The banishing ritual is taking longer than expected. Next wording. It's basically the diary which is just read. So yeah, we can't go in here. There's a door on the opposite end. So I've got a feeling that needs to be switched off. No, what I'm feeling, but yeah, regardless. The problem is now that small smooth orb is needed, which tells me we need to basically get the orb. There's an orb. I can't interact with it. We've got this mist here. That does anything. It's just ambient that. Right here, like stepping on metal. Then we're back here. Armor, books, and I saw you. Nothing behind the book rack. It's another of those statues. What's the significance of these statues? Are they just decorations, or is there some significance to them? Those statues are back. He keeps on cleaning. So now I've got 3 of these. Well, 3 small ones, 2 golden ones. They're probably just decorations. And now, of course, the ritual place. There's some writing on it. No item to use on. Something tells me it's not going to be healthy to fall down there. I must be missing something. Teapots. Nothing of interest there. Can't interact with that. Nothing there. No drawers. machine room with all the gears on it. Some hammers, saws. But it's all just props, not really interactable. That doesn't want to budge. No, at least the lock isn't hungry. Can't interact with that. I really don't know what to do. A couple of hammers. I can only throw it at the locks. If I try the chisel and hammer, doesn't work. Now just to use it on. What am I missing? Don't really want to go and search for an answer. Don't really want to go search for an answer, but I'm running out of options. Oh, I have run out of options. I'm running around like a damn insane person. Still have the crank. I don't know what way it's supposed to be used. The meat, which I don't know where it's supposed to use. 24, the man was suffocating as he could no longer breathe properly between the lashes. Displeased, he started to look. Yeah.
Ah, you again. My pupil, Johann Weyer, said he'd found a way to take me with him beyond the stars. But I was too afraid to come along. Seriously. And now, all I can do is regret it.
I wonder, I've got a glass jar. Cannot be used in this way. That lever I could turn.
I've always hoped Weyer would return and give me a second chance. But so does Alexander. That's why he keeps me here, as a hostage, hoping Weyer will reveal himself.
Aircraft door. Crank. Chisel. And that's all the objects I've got.
You're a good boy, and I appreciate your company. But I believe you have more important things to take care of.
Yeah, finding the orb, I know. Ah, the spider's back. You can pick up this, but it's only a prop. It's not actual saw. I can't interact with wood, just the door. And I'm back to the staircase, which just goes up. Three rooms. Oh, no, 3 other rooms. One which I can't enter. One that has some odd machinery in.
No, don't kill her.
That doesn't work. Which I don't know what the purpose is of. And one which is blocked with wooden stuff here. Assuming the board's at the top. Where's the door? Bucket of chalk. Can't use it here. And then of course a ladder, which I also can't use because it's broken. Okay, I'm stuck. I have to resort to doing a bit of Google searching. Not that I really wanted to search for answer on this, but unfortunately I'm stuck. Cistern, more control room, sewers, knife cells. Lovely. So, yeah, that doesn't give a walkthrough, but it's telling me at the very least that I'm nearing the end. Let's try this one. Just stand close to the light because darkness causes their sanity to drop. Enters the cistern, sewer, knife. You find yourself surrounded by 4 rooms. Before going anywhere, look, defeat and pick up the tinderbox. Okay. First enter the door that is already slightly open. Go to the end of the hall and pick up the tinderbox, then return left and you'll find the twin patch. Check the next door, the one torch lit next to it. Grab some oil from the barrel. Get the tinderbox after this. So head back to the main room. Go through the only door that you haven't visited. You'll find yourself in a spiral stair. Descend the spiral stair around to your left and check along the right wall. There's 2 tenable cells on the crate near the backside. Proceed through the door. You'll get a flashback. To your right there's another laboratory, only this is boarded up. No worries, you come back a little later. Okay, look to him and he'll wake up. Open the gate and board it. It's Agrippa, the name. Okay, that should be at least slightly familiar. And grab the crate, put it on the table. Table. Top of it, look up, huh? Ceiling move. Oh, okay. So, wrong door. So, getting down.
Help her! Find a way!
More fun to figure it out, but yeah, if you see so yeah, let's say go through here, you find him,
Was there something else?
and
Hurry, Daniel.
I saw the strap door,
For sitting around.
but what I say is you have to grab a crate, put it on the table.
And I appreciate your company. But I believe you have more important things to take care of.
Then jump on top of the table, and on top of the crate, and then
You should hurry, Daniel. No time for sitting
you
around.
can open up this, and
You're a good boy. And I
fix
appreciate
that.
your company.
Okay, I've not read further than that,
Important things to take care of.
because now hopefully that sorted one of the puzzles out. That doesn't work.
You should hurry, Daniel. No time for sitting around.
Anything else up here?
You're a good boy.
Yeah,
Appreciate your company. But I believe you have more important things.
keeps going around in circles. So now maybe those machinery works and it'll open up those gates. So I've only read until it gave me what I need to do, what's the next step. I'm not going to reach further unless I really need to. So back to the machinery. So hopefully this works now. And I think that's the doors that's opening. That did something.
Daniel, you have gone too far. I have to stop you. I can't let you proceed any further. I'm sorry, my friend.
So that door is still closed. So those doors are open.
Ah, you again. You got the doors open? Good going. I knew you could do it.
Oh, that sounded lovely. Are we fishing now? I still have this glass jar. Can't use it there. Probably have to pick up a bucket somewhere. That needs to go down. Transit. Something died inside of him that day. Watching the man slip away was more than the mind was willing to handle. Okay.
How much more, Baron? How much more am I supposed to withstand? Kill me already! Kill me!
This one. Prepare him.
Okay. So I've got a spiral staircase and 3 doors. Now let's go to spiral first.
Find her!
Okay. Let's study. Piece of string. Some more oil. A pipe. So was he listening to the prisoners? Tinderbox. Empty. Empty. There's a letter, I'll get to that now. And another, whatever that is, memory thing. Notes on torture. There's quite a few things to say about torture. I'd figured that the reaction I would get from the victim would be highly individual. Thankfully, this is not the case. The humans all have very similar approach on dealing with physical pain and terror and of anticipation. Can't stress enough the importance of restraining the victim before proceeding. Even the most timid creatures can break out in fits of violence when their strengths exceed the expected prowess. If properly care has been taken into breaking the victim, this should not be a problem, but it will also hinder the effect I am after. Right steps to take are therefore to restrain while the victim is still dazed. Proceed by presenting the form of torture you are about to apply, and then to continue with the actual act. The point of presentation is to infuse terror. The human mind is extremely efficient, as it will trigger itself into greater fear simply by imagining it. While applying pain, make sure to avoid massive damage, as it will prove more efficient in the process can be sustained. Also apply the pain in doses, if possible with breaks to let the body settle. If you are whipping or cutting the victim, strike once, wait for the pain to subdue, then strike again. As long as the body suffers, it will continue to produce the virtue of and saturate the blood with its properties. Only with careful performance will the victim yield maximum efficiency or maximum effect. If the victim doesn't behave as expected, it is likely that all will be for naught. Before this happens, feed them the amnesia drink and try again later. Yeah. Is it you, my love, I miss the most, or is it perhaps myself? I know what I have become. I am not blind. I am a monster to them. A demonic sultan perched on a dark mountain top. There is little I can do to redeem myself. The black eagle fears me, and often Napoleon Defeat it is only a matter of time before they will demand my head on a platter. I must remove myself from this land. This time it must work. If I can't return home now, I shall perish. Okay. Wee. Okay, let's go for door number 1, which is a dark passageway. Been a while since I saw any monsters. Hello. Piece of the orb. So yeah, he doesn't like to see the dead either. There's a dinner box. I need to get out of here. I'm taking too long. Yeah. If he stays too long in there, he'll go insane. Effectively. Which will also cause death.
The cradle is ready.
Good.
You're a man. How can you partake in this?
Is he all right?
He is one of the wicked. Don't pay his lies any attention.
I'm not a bad man. It was an accident.
He set a man on fire.
It wasn't my fault. Why won't anyone listen?
That's horrible.
Of course. We are dealing with monsters here.
Yeah. Are you done now with the flashback? Okay. Yeah, oil runs out. I can rather let the candle stand with the candle. But I also have only so many matches. That's not good.
No, please. Do anything. Whatever you want. Anything. Do anything. I'm innocent.
So Arsonist kept crying as he was slowly lowered on and off the impaler. It didn't take much to break him. That meant for him to die, but the torture was working beyond the expectation. It wasn't the method, it was the arsonist. He was different from the others. They could make him forget again. Okay. Don't know. So is there nothing else here? Okay, then I need to leave. I'll just stand here for a moment. Go through here. Sanity, head is pounding, hands are shaking. A few cuts and bruises. So okay, we've got 6 tender. Well, it's running low. I can add another bit of oil. We've got a piece of the orb. We need 6. So we got 1. There's another piece. This is a type of stretching device. Kidnapper sat on her knees with her hands tied behind her back. She felt the hands being lifted and her body follow. Her shoulders gave way to the weight of her own body and cracked loudly. The suspended woman cried hysterically as the men contemplated their next move, and basically breaking their shoulders. So that's literally the thing that lifts that whole thing up. But yeah, stop playing and get out of there, because my sanity. So I got, from each of these rooms I got one, but not from that room. Did I miss it? There's no place for you to hide. Unless it's behind the bags. Okay, great. I've got 3 pieces. This is too much. So this was the one room. So let's try and go to the other room. I still don't know what there goes my oil. Still don't know what I need to do here. I think I must find a bucket or something.
Ah, you again. You seem to have found all the small pieces used in the transit. Go to the choir and find the rest.
Okay, someone's here. There's something in my journal.
Ah, you again. You should
Yeah, it's
join
me.
us.
I just wanted to see notes on torture. No thanks. I'm not going to read that again.
No time for sitting around.
We're out of oil. There's a candle. You see, it gets very weird. But for now, I need to put more oil in. What just happened? Why is everything refreshing? Okay. 30 feet. Okay, I'm not sure what just happened unless it's the DMs which is currently being spammed. I'll just block that DM, that person. Okay. Is it in the box? There's some Lodium. Okay. Bottom drawer, middle drawer. No tinderbox, top drawer, and we've got another of those spindles. So first here. Agrippa channel Wayne. Wayne told me with the other side. I trust him with my with my true reason for my efforts, and still he insists on me releasing Agrippa. How an enlightened man can show such lack of compassion in a seat of power disgusts me. I can't bring myself to part with Agrippa, as he is and has been for centuries my only link to the world beyond. Wei claims he tries his best to release me from my banishment, but he needs me to give him Agrippa first so he too can help. If he can't guarantee success, I would happily oblige, but how am I to part with him if my return might be denied? I know what they are capable of. I have seen their deception. Optimism is a most hopeless feeling, but I must retain it. I shall prepare for his release. To release Agrippa without killing him, Wei told me to feed him a tonic made from a paralyzer, virtue and templar. The poisonous fungus should work as a paralyzer, but I can find the internal gland of a large specimen. The jaw seems to be a fertile ground for this sort. I should then be able to extract its contents with the proper tools. The virtue can be extracted as usual from any agonizing human victim's blood. I just need large amount to distill in it properly. Remember to collect this during the next torture session. Tempter, on the other hand, will prove more difficult. I don't think it exists in this world. Simply writing the word with these letters looks wrong. I believe it property of the secretion in the water dwelling currents. I'll have to address when I will this if he will have a supply me with a host, also properly prepared well should suffice to contain it. So now we know the current character that's in that well. In court, the Order of the Black Eagle spew their politics at each other while I sit quietly in place, willfully forgotten. Once in a while somebody will notice me and lose themselves in a silent cover before regaining their senses. They all know I am one of the same Alexander who helped their father and grandfather to found this great order. I've seen them take their feathers places, and they will grow old and pass away, while I remain the same, aged not by time, but by anguish. Okay, so the guy was effectively immortal. So nothing else here. I'm not going to use thinness on that. Char entrance. The fear has begun to drown him again. He reached once more for the empty bottle of laudanum, and the rest is missing. I think I can put that away. Crouch for that tinderbox. Bucket. There's another tinderbox. Okay, across the wall. Another letter. Can't jump over that. Could probably, but in tools, just props.
15th of August, 1839. The blood wards are failing. The shadow beckons, and its cry disarms my actions. Hurry. No time to spare. You have to kill another. Alexander produces a knife. He wants me to cut the flesh. Do it. Save yourself. He is a murderer, Daniel. He is evil. A cold-blooded killer. Hurry.
So we have to do it.
Alexander, you must let me be. I have to concentrate. Paint the man, cut the lines, cut the flesh, watch the blood spill, let it come. Please, I didn't do anything. Paint the man, cut the lines, paint the man, cut the lines. Please, the man cries. Now you see. I did well. One life for another. You hear me, guardian of the orb? I did all this for you. Now, once more, withdraw your shadow from my domain.
So we can look around. So now because we're going insane. Or what?
Alexander, there isn't much time. I can feel it. We must act swiftly. I will do whatever it takes.
So yeah. Sacrificed people to keep the Guardian of the Orb back. Nothing else there, so let's continue. It's all mine all. Something died inside me that day. Watching the man slip away was more than his mind was willing to handle. Oh, another flashback. Is it? Or is it? No, it's
What
not.
are my intentions, Daniel? Salvation. It used to be yours, but now you only seek misplaced revenge. How do you justify your violence? Is it for the greater good? Are you doing the world a service? It is you who caused all this pain and death. If you had accepted your fate and submitted to the orb when you first discovered it, none of this would have happened. It is curiosity in league with your selfishness that is killing us both.
Okay. Big plant. That seems like a long fall. I've got a feeling I'm going to run out of oil. Okay, made a bit of a fright. So that's what I call it. Forger stood absolutely still. The casket has been closed by a faint light made its way inside. The myriad of spikes pointing at him, glittering as they waited for his body to slip just for a moment. His knee jerked as he felt blood trickle down his leg. In pain, his head fell slightly forward, Took him a while for him to realize the eye has ruptured and began to leak. So yeah. Another piece of the orb. So yeah, that's a torture chamber. Another number I can't remember it now either. So yeah, we have to go back now. And there goes the well. So I've got one well left. So I need to keep that for emergencies. So yeah, what's on this side? So I lose sanity, but if I can stay in the light for a while, I regain my sanity again. So it's not a permanent loss. Ah, a cow. That's bad. The traitor did not know what to think of the brass bull as he was forced to enter it. Only when the heat of the fire began to scorn his skin and cook his flesh that he realized it was to be his tomb. His scream of pain echoed inside the brass chamber and traveled through the complex instrument, which was the bull's head. Outside the men could hear the brazen bull bellow. That's literally guys forced in it and yeah, burnt alive. Now, there it is. For as much. Another piece of the orb. So there should be one more torture chamber. If I go by that logic. Nope. This is all medieval torture devices. Hello. I'm going this way. I thought I was able to outrun it. Don't run, yeah. Can outrun it or hide. Well, if you can close doors behind it. The question is now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I didn't lose progress. I will. And some antenna box. So I don't think I'm losing sanity here. But we do have a creature here. This would be the last chamber.
The wheel is good for keeping your victims still during the procedure. They can be bound around the circumference or simply stretched across, tying limbs to the spokes and rim.
I know what it is.
Tools are by this point useful, and you may administer the torture in any way you like. But the forte of the wheel is the gaps. When you have decided that the victim shall die, you can smash their limbs with a hammer, making them fold in between the frame.
But they'll die. Too quickly, I mean.
No, don't worry. The human body is much more resilient. They can survive for days until they finally succumb.
Some very evil torture devices. So basically keep rotating them. Human is not really designed to be a lot upside down. And some of variants even dips the person into water. Mirror's limbs were tied to the spoke of the wheel. They turned the wheel slowly but with intent, so the rope secured his legs, stretched and cracked the bones. He no longer had the strength to scream. The two men looked at each other and took a hammer and struck the victim's chest in a final act of mercy. So, yeah. And there's the hammer. So, no small hammer by any measure. So that would be the last torture chamber. I think we're done with this area. So let us try and get out of here. That should be the exit. Such filth, he thought, good men can safely cheer the partner. So we've got the pieces now, all 6 pieces. From his town, does never end, he thought. So I've got all 6 pieces, so we should be able to assemble the
There's something else.
orb.
Incredible. You found Vile's recipe. Then there might still be a chance. Listen carefully. Alexander is working on opening a gate, a door to a...
I think we can just say, don't stay together. Don't stay together. Where's the tar? Bucket of tar. Appropriate workspace needed before the tar can be applied.
Azabel, it's where he wants to go. If you could put your anger aside, let him open the portal before you take your revenge. Let me pass the gate, Daniel. Please, find the ingredients and prepare the tonic via described. And do so before you assemble the orb. The barrier keeping you from the inner sanctum will only be breached for a short time. Unless everything is taken care of before mending the orb, you won't be able to save me.
Okay, so we need to do the recipe.
You have all the orb pieces you need. I know I have no right to ask anything of you. But if you could find it in your heart to gather the ingredients for Vile's tonic, Before attempting to mend the orb, there might still be a chance for you to save me. Please, my fate is in your hands.
So we've got all the things. Now we need to find all the ingredients. So I've got a string. Do we use the string on here? I wonder. Doesn't make a lot of sense. Can't use the item here. Can't use that there. Doors for the orbs, oil. Now that we know there's a creature that we're trying to capture down there. Okay, so that's romance. That's one of the ingredients.
I see you have all the orb pieces you need.
Yeah,
I know I have...
so we've got the romance that we need. Templar. Was helpful. Clearly you need to this paralyze and Templar. So poisons funky witch chance actual contest proper. Witch it there. So I think this is the one we got there. As a human's blood, you need a large amount to distill it properly during the next torture session. Don't tell me.
No right to ask anything of you.
We need to go back here. Yeah. Careful cutting open man made him think. This is how father must feel about his craft being an optimist. Yeah. Can't remember what's in here now. Oh yeah. This. But there's no blood. I doubt I can use the jar here. So there's a bucket here. The bucket is empty. And also nothing else here. So we need to go get blood and the fungus. All of these are dead. Generating from the ground. We've got our lovely friend here somewhere. following the pipe now. Bones. Breaks open. Do I use this here? Can't use it this way. Poisonous fungus. Okay, let's go here. This is where the pool is. Thought there's anything at the wrong button. Thought there's anything in here, but I have to try. Don't tell me that's blood. No, it's water. So I'm not. Doesn't look like I'm losing sanity here. It's quite soft. It should be possible to break open. Okay. Picked up a poisoned gland. So what's left is the blood. Where do we get the blood? I think I know. From the victim. And there's only one alive. So yeah, back out. It has gone too far. The man was suffering and could no longer breathe properly between the leisure. Okay, out we go. Again, the same old messages. Now we can. Now it's dark. The raid wasn't dark.
I see you have all the orb pieces you need. I know I have no right to ask anything of you. But if you could find it in your heart to gather the
So this and this got combined by, according to the node, the toxin has been made with care.
ingredients for Vire's stomach before attempting to mend the orb, there might still be a chance for you to save him. Please,
Glass jaw
my fate is in your hands.
can be used this way. So where do we get the blood from then?
I see you have all the orb pieces you need.
Yeah,
I know
yeah.
I have no right to ask anything of you.
Careful cutting a man open might him think this is how father must have felt about his craft, and it's going to go away now. Yeah, the blood is not a problem. How do I get the blood? And there goes the wheel. I've got one oil left. Couple of flints. Rapist hanging upside down, his tears soiled with blood flowed from his belly. The saw between his leg was lodged itself in the hip, wouldn't move any further. The men stepped back and waited for the victim to drain. So he was hanging upside down while they literally cut him. And there's where we get the blood. So that and that. Jar on a string. So there we've got the compound. Okay, now out again. So then we need to assemble it. Yeah, that we already read. So the next step is assembly.
I see that all the ore pieces you need. I know I have no right to ask anything of you. But if you could find it in your heart to gather the ingredients for Vire's stock before attempting to mend the ore, there might still be a chance for you to save him. Please, my fate is in your hands.
So I've got the pieces for Wire's tonic. Can't add anything directly into Treble's cannot be used this way.
I see that all the ore pieces you need.
Yeah.
I know I have no right to ask anything of you.
So
But
how
if
do
you could find it in your heart to gather the ingredients for Vire's stock before attempting to mend the ore, there might still be a chance for you to save.
there's one place left. I need to get in here. How do I get in there? Discover the mucus. Did I use this on here? Doesn't make sense. No. Really doesn't make sense. Got a spade. Now he's going to say the same story again.
All the ore pieces you need. I know I have no right to ask anything of you. But if you could find it in your heart to gather the ingredients for Vire's tongue before attempting to mend the law, there might still be a chance for you to save him. Please, my fate is in your hands.
Hey look, cockroaches. Too long in the dog. Did we miss something here? Tools, anything? We did go through these drawers. Tinner boxes and stuff doesn't respawn. And that's just the notebox. Something behind here? No. Effectively, I need to find a way to get into the laboratory because I need to charge entrance. I need to basically figure out how to I need to basically distill the blood. And most probably the stuff that I need to distill the blood is going to be in a laboratory. That, or is there another way to get into the laboratory?
You have all the ore pieces you need.
Point 3 is nothing here. Careful cutting a man open might you think. Yeah, whatever. Ish. Sleep. That was a surprise. Asa spent all summer in bed. He used to read to her of helping father with his work. In his mind he was like a shepherd, and as long as okay. So I was supposed to run into those guys.
You had me worried. Quite frankly, I'm not sure what to do with you. I
That's
hold
my
no
word.
grudge against you, Daniel. We are so very much the same, you and I. Did you really drink from the amnesia mixture? It does explain so much of your behavior. You never did finish what you set out to do. You talked about redemption.
Still have everything in mind.
How you would face the orb's shadow and save our work, and me. I will grant you another chance to redeem yourself. You can wait here and stop the shadow. Thank you, friend.
Hey, look. Got a steel rod. Iron bar. Can I squeeze through this? Nope. Not that small. Can I use the iron bar here? Can I be using this way? This one? Nope. Can't interact with that one. Just had to. So, it's usually cuffs I can play with. Door is locked. What else do I have in my inventory? Lever. I doubt the lever will do anything here. Roof, nothing against the roof. Just these iron bars. Drag that out of the way. Nothing here. What the? Okay, so what did this just do? Now I can't interact with the gate anymore. It's not loose enough, okay. Can't be used in that way. Cannot be used in that way. What am I missing? Why does it look so weird, this one? So, what do we've got? We've got a well complete iron bar. Iron bar should be able to be used for something here. Can't be used in that way. Packet of tar. She's for these. Those three is together. In the game, press F. Thanks. Turn it on. Ah. Okay, that's a chair. Thought it might be something else. Chisel? Nope. I think that counts as one thing. Combination doesn't work. Not what I wanted to do. Can't add it directly, yeah, we know that part. They won't stay together. You have to use more appropriate workspace needed to the tar. Ah, Tempest. Thanks for the follow. Trying to figure out how to break out of this place, which seems to be getting a little bit cramped. Well, the bed is still able to move. So this is this area, but I don't see anything I can interact with. There's nothing to pry at this wall. Can it be used in this way? There's just tinderbox light sources in the environment. There's no light sources in here. Can't even stand anywhere. That's the only thing I can interact with, but it tells me it's too strong. Doesn't tell me to me now. That doesn't do anything. That's just health. Fuel, land, iron bar. Can't be used in this way. sure it's something here, but what? I didn't do what I wanted. Wonder if I can click on top, but I doubt it. I'm really not sure what to do there. So yeah, health wound is bleeding quite badly. My sanity is going like a rocket. F okay, now understand it. I'm getting. Well, that's gone. What is attacking me? Should got some bruises. I think I know what I need to do. Apparently not, and something is. This stuff is busy hurting me. The process. One oil, a crank, I got a bucket of sticky tar. The rest of the stuff doesn't make sense. I'm going to die here at this rate. And the problem is I won't get that even if I die. How many times did I click that? Okay. And the cell door was open. I've got limited amount of oil. And my sanity is probably questionable. Bottle. So now I just need to recover my sanity again. Cutscene. Is it a cutscene? Oh, there's some that in the box. So not at all. And the letter. Last prisoner note. There is little left to say. I wrote solely to prevent myself from revisiting the memories of the last few days. If I am fortunate, I will fall asleep and time will pass without effort. I have begun to wean myself off my prison. When I first arrived, I felt like I was being buried inside a tomb, but now I feel a close wall comforting me. As long as I am in here, there is no pain. The walls protect me from the outside. I even laughed earlier as one of my wardens dropped a key down the pipes. Interesting. It gives me hopes for a second, thinking I could escape if only I could somehow reach it from here. In my dreams, Alexander, I am king. In my dreams, I best you and escape your clutches, and return with all of the knights of the realm carrying pistols and sabers in my dreams. A little bit ominous, and I see it well. I really need more oil. So that's there. What can we do here with this? Other way. No. Apparently nothing. For now. Another cell. And what the? Got a bucket. Wonder what I'll do with the bucket. And some more health. So bucket on rope. What are we going to get? Bucket of water. The cell we were just in. Somebody at the nose bleed. Promise. Okay, so it's locked. What did I say? Warden dropped the key. Only you could reach it. Where would I have dropped it? There's a key in a pipe, but it's unreachable. Let me guess what this is for. Picked up a rusty key. Water sure rusts quickly. And the bucket is also gone. Run. So who attacked me? These are the cells we just came from. So there's something here. Very interesting mechanics, this. Hey, on top of my head. Apparently, it's fine. Run and don't make a wrong turn, apparently. Don't need to clear that up again. Something's right behind me. I can hear the footsteps. Knife. When Hazel turned 15, she had lived 3 years longer than Dr. Tate has foreseen. Her parents had given up from exhaustion and decided to have her committed for permanent treatment at... Yeah. So where are we now? Alexander became silent. He didn't know what to say. He could no longer recognize his friend sitting across the carriage or something.
18th of August, 1839. Tonight, we will unlock the power of the orb and ultimately banish the shadow hunting me. I feel it closing in on me and I fear for my life more than ever. Just outside Altstadt lies a small settlement where Zimmerman, a dairy farmer, lives with his wife and 3 children. We took the coach, went there. Our visit was unexpected, and Alexander was able to strike Zimmerman down without alerting the others. he went to take care of the farmhands, I began to look for the children. We should have more than enough prisoners to finish the ritual now.
The crying had stopped and he could hear the whisper coming from the cell. They were up to something and he would have to punish them. Okay. Tinderbox. Slight headache and a few cuts and bruises. So where our health is not to us, it's good. And that's empty. So let's continue for a little bit more. A lot of pulsing walls. I see a dinner box. Oh, whatever. These walls are all closed. I know where I am now. And it does not look familiar. Similar, rather, than what it was. Ah. The auditorium is open. And there goes my oil. Based on the walkthrough that I saw the chapter levels on, so far I've used the walkthrough only once to find that hatch. We're nearing the end. Unfortunately, even though I would love to continue the storyline now, in 10 minutes time our lovely power company has decided to play Dark Africa for us. So I'll be without power within 10 minutes. So I think this is a good place. Nice place to continue on for the next stream. It should be only one more stream, then we should be done with this this game. Now I do have the next Amnesia. What's the Amnesia? A Machine for Pigs. I'm not sure if it's a follow on this one. And then we'll start that one maybe the stream after that. But for now, yeah. Like I said, it is going to be load shedding pretty soon. So let's go and irritate somebody that apparently got partnership. So let's go irritate Sylvixen. Thanks for watching, and sorry that I have to cut it at such a high point in the story, but I'll probably continue tomorrow. So yeah. And start right.